Hi YouTubers, I've been hearing a lot about batteries lately, and I wanted to talk about the importance of equalization charges. It's more important than somebody could possibly imagine. Now, I have no high-tech equipment here to equalize something, maybe how the professionals so-called do it, but what I want to give everybody a little explanation on how I do it with a single 12-volt auto battery. Actually, it's a tractor battery. It's a little inverter I have here on top of this, and I have the clamps. That's the battery charger. Okay, this one here is a 75 amp engine start. Then you have a 12 amp fast charge and a 2 amp slow charge. Well, how I do this one, I equalize it, is I do the 12 amp fast charge, and then when the automatic system within the charger basically tells me it's full, I say okay, that's good. Then I click it over to the 75 amp start charge. Now what that does is it brings the volts to the battery a lot higher than normal, and it creates the acid, the liquid, the solution, the electrolyte that's inside the battery. It causes it to bubble, and what will happen is that your battery will start to get warm a little bit. Once you feel it get warm, you don't want to continue too much further, but it's okay to bubble out your batteries. Now what you need to do though, because the charger is not going to tell you, you need to have a voltmeter where you can actually put the prongs on top. Put the prongs on top and you can test out the battery. So it's going to tell you how many volts you're at. Now just to give you an example, when I equalized this battery, I was at almost 17 volts. So you need one of these where it's going to read you. It's going to tell you what your volts are at. So let me just show you this here, what this one's sitting at. This one's low in charge. 12. This one doesn't have the points. This one either says 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But I have another one, and this one here was by it was reachable by my hands, so I figured I'd just show you that one there. But you need to have one of those in order to protect your battery. You don't want to overcharge it and end up killing your battery, because that's what will happen. You will end up killing your battery. You will boil the plates so much that you will warp them and create internal damage, and the battery will be no more good. Unsalvageable. Junk. Throw it away. Bring it to the recycling place. That's what you will end up having with a battery. So you want to equalize it. And my biggest tip to tell you would be, when you feel the battery start to get warm, then do not proceed further. Unplug everything, turn everything off, and you should be in decent enough shape. Now it's very, very important if you want longevity from your lead acid battery. Now we're talking about lead acid batteries here. We're not talking about any other type of battery, only lead acid. The type of battery that has the liquid inside them, the sulfuric acid. It's a sulfuric acid distilled water mixture, and this is the only battery we're talking about here. We're not talking about lithiums, we're not talking about NiCads, we're not talking about AGMs, we're not talking about anything else except the lead acid type battery. Doesn't really matter how big or small it is. Obviously the bigger, the longer it's going to take. The smaller, the shorter time it's going to take. Well, I hope this was tipful information for those that are having some issues with their batteries, and they're not seem like they're holding the charge at all. Equalization will improve it dramatically. I suggest trying it, and if you don't trust it, try it on a no good battery. You know, give yourself some playroom, trial and errors, some experience. Don't automatically just try it with your not too old battery, you know, and destroy it. Try it with a battery that doesn't really matter, and if it gets destroyed, that's okay. Give yourself some learning room. It's a great learning tool, and after you discover the knowledge of batteries, your problems will become a lot less, and your happiness will become much greater. And what I mean by happiness, that's just that much less stress over the whole deal. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and I hope these tips helped. Subscribe if you can, please.